This is Miriam's list from the open. I like that it's just got like 4 of all these cards. You've got like this Nurturer as like a 9th powerful 3-drop to kill people with. Yeah, hopefully we can get to the Curses deck sometime soon. Did you link it using your desktop web browser? You need to make sure you do it using the desktop. It's the only way the server's gonna pop up, I believe. Bolt my elf, play Mox Amber. That's interesting. Turn 1 Horizon Canopy, probably not amazing against turn 1 Sacred Foundry. Did not draw the land like we were hoping. I'm pretty sure this was a keep regardless, but... maybe they're like red-white bears. Yeah, the new Llanowar Elves art is great. A lot of the Dominaria art is quite fantastic. I don't know if it's a Discord issue or what, but like when I sub to people occasionally too, and their servers always just pop up. Never had an issue with joining someone else's server. It's weird. Playing some kind of like red-white weenie deck basically. It's like 1 mana 2/2s. Oh, there are sound effects. Sorry. I did. I just muted my mic. I muted my mic instead of muting the desktop audio. There we go. Alright, that's fixed. Sorry, someone pointed out that I had the Moto sounds on, and then I intended to turn those off, and I turned off the wrong thing. Thanks for the resub statistic, I appreciate that. Punishing Waterfalls, I am starting to do Discord notifications now because people said they weren't getting Twitch notifications apparently, so I'm pinging everyone in there now to start. I have not played any Standard. Today is going to be the first time we're playing Standard. So, I do not have an educated or informed opinion on Standard. I literally just read a bunch of the cards that are in the Standard deck that we were playing this morning as I loaded it into my deck list. I wasn't intending to play Standard, but Justin sends in piles of dollars. That's why his face is on the banner in the corner, and he asked me if I'd play a Standard deck, and I was like, sure, Justin, for you I'll play a Standard deck. And we'll see how the numbers are. If it seems like it's popular on YouTube, maybe we'll add some Standard into the rotation, but I am based on Standard content I have done in the past. My expectations are not high for doing Standard content. There's always some number of people that are just like, Standard's awesome, Pauper's awesome. Like, there's like, Magic always has some people that are fans of every format, right? But like when push comes to shove, like everything else just is like less popular than Modern is basically what it comes down to. And like, I really enjoy Modern right now. So like, I don't really feel incentivized to like branch out into other things that are just like less popular. If I like wasn't enjoying Modern, I'd be incentivized to do that. But I really like a lot of what Modern has going on right now. Yeah, I'm actually quite a bit earlier than normal today, Z. Jake is homesick from school, so Christy is able to be home this morning from work, so I pushed my schedule up so that she can go into work this afternoon still. The kids started daycare this week, so I could stream full time. So new school, new kids, new germs. Is today going to be a short stream? Yeah, Wednesdays is a bit shorter in the morning because my goal is to be live in the evening as well. So I'll be back later tonight about 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening after the kids go to bed. So that way people that are used to watching in US evenings still get at least one regular stream a week where they can catch me live. Yeah, that's the other part too. Like there's like infinite people that stream standard as well. So if they have Anger of the Gods in their white weenie deck, God bless them. That's fine. I am ready and willing to lose to Anger of the Gods out of the white weenie deck. All right, so I'm gonna play this. I think I'm just smashing them, right? Yeah, let's smash this. I mean, I'm sure if you dug deep and like looked for all the tier 3 standard decks that are pseudo playable, you could probably get a lot of different standard decks too. Again, like I'm just purely numbers driven, right? Like I gave Pauper a fair shake. I feel we tried it twice. It's just like had miserable numbers twice, so we're cutting that out. Justin asked me if we could try it, so I'm gonna give it a go because Justin helps pay the bills. If they can't kill Ezuri, we might be able to get them next turn. The fact that like our starting land was Horizon Canopy 2 games in a row is just like feels really bad. Okay, that's a hazard again. That's not a lethal attack though this time. They're only attacking for up to 10 and I'm at 11, so I mean, the reasoning behind that is almost certainly because the person that built this, Ross Merriam, wants what's the word I'm searching for? Wants more turn 1 acceleration to play more 3-drops on 2, which makes sense to me. Alright, so do I have lethal? They're at 11? Yeah, I believe we have lethal. So I do this, tap these 3, tap this, activate this. This is an attack for 4, 8, 12, 17. This would be 18, 19 potentially. So that's 19, and they're effectively at exactly 19. These all have trample, right? That's exactly lethal, right? If 4, 8, 12, 17, 18, 19, and they're at 11, 15, 19. That sounds right, right? I'm just going to count that one more time to make sure I... Why do I need one more than they have? This says trample. All these have trample. So if they block here and block here, they take 10 plus 1. So yeah, they're dead. Man, Beyond the Play is good in the beatdown mirror. The Opponent's cube deck looks sweet, right? Alright, we counted it twice. Santa would be proud. Assign trample accordingly. Gotcha. Alright. The reason we are playing standard... I didn't sideboard for the second game. I don't think I want to path the mono 1-drop deck. I think I just want to race them. Maybe some of these paths are better than some of these Chord of Callings. Maybe that should happen, especially on the draw. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. Let's board in the paths over those. The reason we're playing standard today is Justin asked me if I'd play a standard deck, and Justin helps pay the bill, so I'm making an exception to the no standard rule for him. This hand's okay. See how fast it starts. See if they have a Mox Amber on one for the 3rd game in a row. They do not. That's good. Name Elf. Raven's Crime. Lightning Bolt out of their hand. Yeah, I'm aware. Takari Zev. Alright, so I'm just going to shock this in. I'm going to go ahead and play this Storko out. And then we'll upkeep path this. Horn in. I have to look at my OBS overlay to see what your name is, Graciel, because the black text name on Twitch's dark overlay is actually unreadable. Can you see this? Like, I can barely make this out. Rabble Master. It's aggressive. No reason to attack, obviously. This thing's clunking in for 6. I have another Ezuri here. Am I just trading these? I think I'm just trading these if I get the chance. Or they're going to chain him to some rocks. Yep. These elf decks, they have like really strong linear draws, but like this game that we're losing right now, right? Like, I feel like when I play this deck and decks like it in Modern, I shy away from like playing a deck like this at a tournament, because like this game here, I feel like I just didn't have any decisions I got to make that really mattered. My opponent's linear draw was just better than ours, so I think this deck's kind of sweet and does big explosive things that are fun, but just doesn't as far as like getting to make interesting or relevant decisions. I feel like I don't really get to do that with a deck like this. Yep. All right. Out linear check number 1. Let's run it back and see how the next couple go, shall we? For the record, I think Elves is a very reasonable archetype. I think it's, as far as linear decks in Modern go, it's definitely towards the top. It's just, it's like a lot of linear decks in Modern. Gotta hope they don't have their thing and hope they don't outrace you. And yeah, so I'm on a little bit earlier today than I normally would be, but this is not too far off what I normally be starting. Is there any circumstance where we have all 3 in? I don't think so, Burgle. My gut says to me that when you want Lead the Stampede, you should probably be cutting Chord of Calling, because Lead the Stampede is coming in the removal heavy matchups where you're trying to grind, which means that you don't really need specific bullets. You just want a critical mass of poopy green creatures. No, blue-white control is on the schedule because Justin, who sends me lots of dollary dues, asked me if I'd play it. And as people that are familiar with this stream know, I'll do anything for the right amount of dollary dues. This is a short stream, so Wednesday is always going to be a little bit shorter in the morning because I'm planning to be live this evening as well. I wanted to make sure I have at least one consistent evening day in the schedule still for people that can't watch daytime US. Blue White Control, go Justin. Computers are bad. Thanks for the 3 months. Welcome back. Are Hearthstone decks in a similar queue for those stream? Yeah, I'm gonna manage the Hearthstone donation decks the same way I manage Magic decks. I'm just gonna put them in the queue. If you're a sub, $10 gets you in the queue, and then the longer they're in there, they'll get more points. I'm just gonna play them in the order that the points are in there. So just prioritize them in the order that they come, or however much people donate for them. I'm unsure how popular those will be. If there's a demand for those, maybe I'll add a third Hearthstone stream through the week, but we'll see. So far, my plan right now is to do like 5 or 6 hours of Hearthstone a week, and I think for the Hearthstone donation decks, I'm going to do like a minimum half hour of gameplay for the donation decks, since they don't have like leagues to play a minimum number of games or matches. How's the current Hearthstone meta? I've got like 4 or 5 different decks that feel competitive. I'm not in Legend, I'm only rank 5, but there's a lot of different decks that I've been enjoying playing. There's definitely like decks that are better than the other decks, right? Like there's a defined tier 1, but I definitely think that there's a lot of variety, it feels like. Control Hunter sounds sweet. I really like the Hunter variations. Rexxar is probably my favorite Hearthstone card at the moment, so like I've definitely been trying really hard to find the best Rexxar deck. Alright, so the fact that I found Archdruid here, I think means I'm not going to chump block, because I just want the maximum number of elves for my Ezuri activation next turn. I don't think I'm going to do Wild to start, because I'm still building up my standard collection, so my plan is to just buy packs as people donate for decks that I don't have cards for, which I've got a decent sized collection already, but I think I want to have more complete standard stuff until I poke into Wild. So this is probably lethal, right? I haven't done the math, but I'm gonna assume they're dead. Dusted all of my cards for a full Golden Hunter collection. That's hot. But yeah, so if you're interested in sending me standard decks for Hearthstone, I'm definitely into their standard format right now, and maybe we'll poke into Wild eventually. All right, linearing people. Loxodon Smiters, just like the fairest of the fair, right? Is this a Lead the Stampede matchup? I feel like it's probably not. No, you don't, Admiral Osbot. My plan is just anything standard legal. I'm still learning the format, so I don't really know what's good, bad, or otherwise. So just, and there's not leagues that cost me money, and I'm just like hovering around rank 5 anyways. So yeah, just any standard legal Hearthstone deck you want to see played, just send a donation and put the deck code in the comment, and I'll get it into the queue and get the cards together for it. What do we want to do in this matchup? Is it like, I feel like this could be a Path or a Lead the Stampede matchup. Maybe I just like cut the cords and like split the difference here. Do I need, I probably don't even need the Vizier if I'm cutting the cords. What do we think of this? This is 33 creatures still. That's probably fine, right? I feel like some of their draws I'm going to want Path to Exile for to break them up, especially when we're on the draw. And like, remember, the thing to know if you're new to Elves, cutting the Vizier doesn't actually cut our infinite combo out of the deck. If you have 2 Devoted Druids, the 2 Devoted Druid goes infinite with Ezuri. How is the learning curve? Learn, and this is the reason why Hearthstone is so popular is because learning the basics of Hearthstone is very, very easy. I would equate learning Hearthstone to learning chess. You could explain to someone how to play Hearthstone and have them know all of the basics in less than 10 minutes, but there's still a lot of depth and complexity that you can master after it's quick to learn.
This hand's pretty bad, right? And like I boarded in some Lead the Stampedes. I'm gonna mulligan this. I think we're just I think it was right to mulligan that hand that I just mulliganed, but all right. If we're gonna land or two off here, this 4 is pretty good. Do you mind quickly explaining the Endless Ezuri with 2 Heritage Druids? Yeah, so remember, it's 2 Devoted Druids, not Heritage Druid. Heritage Druid's the 1-drop. So Devoted Druid puts a minus counter on itself to untap it, and once you activate Ezuri for the first time, you give both of your Devoted Druids +3/+3, and every defense you give a Druid gives that Druid, lets that Druid make 1 more mana. So if you give 2 Druids +3/+3, that ends up giving you 6 mana, and it costs 5 mana to activate Ezuri's Overrun ability. So basically you get to, once you activate it the first time, you can activate it indefinitely, because every time you activate it with the 2 Druids out, you get 6 mana. They are in fact playing Poop Bears. That was a good question. Wasteland me, baby. Aye. Oh. Let's go. Aye. Oh, let's go. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. That's Athalia, yep. No blocks. I'm hoping they don't have a path here. I feel like with us missing land drops, they might have pathed one of these while we were tapped out if they had it. Teaglesworth. That's a reason to have Path to Exile in my deck, so I'm glad I did that. And it's a reason to board out Chord. So pretty happy with the decisions I made during sideboard. Boreal Druid is played, I would assume, because Ross Merriam wanted to maximize his ability to play 3 mana cards on turn 2. Do a path, gross. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pack it in here. We just need too much. Like we can keep the Druid. Like we need mana. We need Path to Exile. We need Company. It's just like too many things need to go right for us there. They're gonna beat us down too quickly before we can reassemble. Morning, Nivik. Morning, everyone. I'm on a little bit early today. Planning to do 2 decks here, hopefully. I think he's got 10, right? There's 2 Druids in this deck. Yeah, there's 2 Boreal Druids in this deck, so they're mana dorks 9 and 10. I mean, man, these Horizon Canopies. He's 4 is a lot of Horizon Canopies. It does add colorless. Yeah, so Magic updated their symbols to be for colorless mana to colorless is effectively a color. It's 940 and upside down land. All right, if they don't have a Teague, we get to like send some companies off here. What's wrong with Jake? He was just throwing up this morning. So, you know, it's normal kid stuff. You know, it's new school, so kinda to be expected, like new daycare, new germs. I assume Declan will be sick at some point very soon as well. I'm gonna go ahead and pass the turn here. Remember, we have, oh, you know what? I should probably just do this now, right? Because I don't want them to be able to path my thing in response to this trigger. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and collect a company now, rather than getting caught with my hand in the cookie jar. 4 is a lot of canopies. You are not incorrect that 4 is a lot of canopies. All right, so there's 2 more Devoted Druids. So if we get to untap next turn with all 3 of these, they die. The bot is set up to respond a minimum number of times. Don't wasteland me, don't wasteland me, don't wasteland me. Damn it. All right, now we need to draw a non-fetch land. If we draw a non-fetch land, our opponent dies.
Hey, look, that's a non-fetch land, chat. All right, so this is, and they can't cast Path to Exile because they have Thalia. So this is the infinite with druids that I was talking about. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, and then we'll untap this and untap this, which gives us 5 mana, which then allows us to do this, which then makes all of these larger. So now I get to untap all of these. Letting my opponent know that this is infinite in case they want to wait. What a Salt Lord. I have, for reference here, I have 20 minutes on my clock, and this is game 3. So, like, you know, Sodium. I was just like being nice and being like, look, this is infinite, just as a heads up in case you want to, like, you know, not make me click through it. And they just said go in chat. So, you know, that's their right to make me click through it. It's their right to not value their time. They're, you know, I don't fault any, like, the friendly leagues. I mean, they're dead. They're dead. Is there any card they could be playing that would let them not be dead here? Is there any card I'm thinking of that they can cast through this Thalia? No, they can't cast Fog. They have Thalia in play. Yeah, I'm just gonna make all of these lethal just in case they have something else, right? So how much time should we spend doing this? I almost feel like I should spend most of the 20 minutes doing it just to, like, prove a point. So I want the technically correct play here is to make sure I have lethal through a piece of removal, right? This is the last game of the match. So this is literally game 3. They're dead on board. Make them hundreds. Oh look, they got bored. What, opponent? I thought you didn't value your time. What? Me clicking? You got bored of me clicking? Maybe you shouldn't have made me click in the first place. Maybe you shouldn't have made me click in the first place, you salty little mother. All right, what's going on? Hopefully everybody out there has a little bit less sodium in their diet than are less than their opponent. Turned in to furious clicking and gigantic druid. Thank you for the bit, Sheik. Thank you everyone for hanging out here. Welcome. Playing some Magic the Gathering. We're live a little bit early this morning, but we're going to play a league with this, and I think we're going to play some Standard for Justin. If you're enjoying the content, please consider subscribing on Twitch. My subscribers are what keep me here full time. I'm here 30 plus hours a week doing Magic stuff. You can also support myself by checking out my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. We'll have to buy and sell some Magic online cards with you, and if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. And Mac Weldon provides premium men's clothing. Using code Jeff Hoagland, you can save 20% on your first order of premium t-shirts, shorts, polos, all sorts of different stuff there at bit.ly/Hulu Clothes. How do I get a menswear brand to sponsor me? I am like top 10. I might be one of the best shills on Twitch. Even a lot of the large streamers I watch don't shill half as good as I do, I feel. So I you know, I'm good at selling stuff. I'm good at selling good things. All of the things that I advertise on my stream, they are all things that I have tried firsthand, and I don't advertise things that I wouldn't use and I haven't used in the past or don't currently use. So it makes it easy to advertise things well when like they're actually good products, right? This hand's got a lot of mana in it, but it's got double Horizon Canopy. So like, this is the first time Horizon Canopy doesn't seem bad. Yeah, Card Sphere, like, the idea, like, Card Sphere is Puka Trade without the bullshit, right? Like, the idea of what Puka Trade was trying to do is great, and just, like, the people that were managing it just massively messed it up, and, like, the fact that the Card Sphere, like, insulates you from the blowback that they had is so great. What's a better way to build elves? In general, I think I'm a fan of the green-black build, but I haven't played this variation by Marwyn before today, so I'm not really sure yet. This hand is super medium. You're not wrong. I would never claim this hand is good. What I will say is that you will never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. That's just facts. That's not fake news. That's just them's just the cold hard facts, chat. If you always keep 7, you'll never lose because you mulligan to 5. You can quote me on that one. How does one use Cardsphere? You just go to cardsphere.com, sign up for an account, send magic cards out. I should turn off my auto pass. I used to get annoyed at the shill banners, but damn, you make good content. Thanks, Jeff, and glad you can do this more over the summer. Thanks for the support, Blur. I appreciate that. The support of all of y'all is the reason I'm here as much as I am. So as long as that keeps up, I'll be here doing this full time. Gonna make the most of it while it's here. What's up with all the cat Jesus today, right? All right, we looking for a payoff, chat. Collected Company, even Archdruid's pretty good at this point. I don't think I can attack into a Vial on 2 here in good conscience. There's also a non-zero chance that they're a Spell Queller deck, and I really don't want to run into that either. No, it's from person to person. So basically how Card Sphere works is a person lists their card at what they want. People list the cards, and then what Card Sphere does is they basically hold the money in escrow, so that way they can, and when the person that gets the cards, that's buying the card, verifies that they got the card in good condition, then Card Sphere releases the money to the seller. So basically they're a middleman to validate trades to make sure nobody gets screwed, essentially, is how it ends up working out. So that way you can buy and sell with random people over the internet with confidence without having a fear that, like, they're going to send you a damaged card or they're not going to send you a card when you pay them, etc. We're getting Spell Queller here. That's unfortunate. Remember when I said I didn't want to run into Spell Queller last turn? Ugh. It's a damn shame too, because that was a very lethal Ezuri. Yeah, I think so. I think Seachrome Coach means Spell Queller most of the time. How about that? Thanks for keeping the content flowing, Morissette. Thanks for the 6-month resubscription, half a year. Welcome back. I think I'm gonna double up here on Cat Jesus. That's way we're dead in 2 instead of or dead in 3 instead of 2. That's not the lethal threat I wanted for Christmas. I'm not attacking with these because I just want the maximum number of elves, and like getting in chip shots at this point is not how we're gonna win this game. Am I dead? We are dead to a Curious Obsession, right? Because they have 7 on board and Curious Obsession gives 1/1.
Oh, do they have another Rattle Chains? We're dead to that as well. Oh, geez. The fact that I killed their Arbiter let them make this play. That's a bad beat. It's a bad beat. What was on top? What was on top? I was not coming for a while, chat. I was not coming for a while. All right. Pretty sure I want paths against the Spellcaller deck. This card's pretty bad against Leon and Arbiter. Let's do this. I'm just bringing the Stampedes. I don't think this matchup is a straight race. Maybe it is. I misidentified. Maybe I just want Nissas. Actually, I'm going to do that over 2 of these Stampedes. Nissa just like anthems my team. Curious Obsession is really sweet. We've actually played Blue-White Spirits and Bant Spirits with Curious Obsession on stream a couple of times before. Curious Obsession has been really powerful every time we've played it. Hey, Darnia, thank you very much for the 3-month resubscription. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. If you click that link there, it has the details on how to get into the subs Discord. The TLDR is you open Discord in your web browser on your desktop computer, and you link the accounts with Twitch, and then you'll see the server pop up automatically. So I'm gonna get the Temple Garden since I bordered in the Path to Exile. Is probably a good idea. Maybe Rex Sage is okay. I don't know. Boarding in 1 Rex Sage seems a little bit medium when I'm boarding out the Chord of Callings. But maybe it's just like a fine draw. Well, this hand is coming together well. Look at that. We're gonna get linear to hard opponent. We like to linear. We like to linear. Yeah, Copter is just like a tough sell because it's not a threat if you don't already have threats on the table, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and attack with these, and I'm going to collect a company during their upkeep here, unless they play a Rattle Chain. So I'm doing this during their upkeep, so that way if they have a counter spell, they have to spend their mana on their turn, as opposed to getting to spend it on my turn. It's a pretty medium company. 4 mana for 2 mana worth of elves. What a deal. What a dealio, chat. Yeah, but Curious generates, like, actual card advantage, right? Do I want to play this? I think I do. Got this Path to Exile here. I attack like this. Yeah. Subs for the boys in green. Lithanol, thank you for the 4-month resubscription. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Settle's a card they could realistically have. That's probably something I want to play around. Again, I'm going to go ahead and do this in their upkeep. Just give them the least amount of chances to use their mana efficiently. A match with this deck weak. When you get outraced is the biggest problem for you. So occasionally, your opponent's just going to have a better linear draw than you, and you're going to die. You have a little bit of interaction, but a lot of the interaction that you have is pretty slow to the table. So, like, while, yes, you can chord for, you know, Eidolon of Rhetoric or Kataki, sometimes the decks that you really need those effects against are just going to kill you before those cards are relevant. Oh, don't have to worry about getting settled. But when they don't out-linear you, man, do we linear good. This is my board. My board is amazing. Gotcha. Got him. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with how I boarded.
Seems like not super exciting, but it's fine. I don't know that it's strictly bad. Miriam's a pretty sharp dude, so if he was playing it, he probably had a reason to play it. I think green-red trying to make a comeback with a Braid and Pyroclasm in the current meta. I mean, I don't think green-red Tron is like that much worse than like most of the Tron decks people play. I think Pyroclasm isn't particularly good in the format. I think if you were going to try and make green-red Tron work, you'd probably want to play Fire Spout so you could have access to a little bit more powerful sweeper, because like you really want to kill Mantis Rider with whatever sweeper you're playing. No, I really haven't. I really haven't. I do like that Ross is playing all 4 of Ezuri. So like just like have the highest chance of like bringing some powerful beatdowns basically. I'm gonna go ahead and do this and play Nettle Sentinel here. Just gonna go ahead and pass the turn. If they flinch, we'll Collected Company. We're playing Boreal Druid because someone smarter than myself was playing 2 Boreal Druid. I like to listen to people that are smarter than me. I'm gonna start by attacking with this Nettle Sentinel because again, if they try and eat this inside of combat, I get to Collected Company and possibly find an Archdruid. So hopefully we could just continue playing to the board here while they hold up the Spell Queller. Sure. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely just playing this Ezuri out now, right? It's like forcing them to have another piece of removal. I think I'd rather get the Ezuri into play guaranteed than cast the Collected Company, because the Collected Companies and instant speed cards would allow me to sequence it around Spell Queller better in the future, whereas this is always going to be a 3-mana sorcery. Jog Skull, sure. Have a Dismember here or something? Are they Ghost Quartering themselves? Sure. Sure. Yep. So I mean, like, this is kind of a quick clock, but like, I'm just gonna like crack them for infinite this turn, right? Not literally infinite, but pretty close. That was a missequence on my part. Should have done this post-combat, because I have a little Sentinel. So I'd much rather just fire this up and smash them, right? Or do I want to Collected Company? I think I actually just want a company. Actually, I'm going to start by attacking... I'm going to start by attacking with these two and see if they want to trade their lords. Sweet. Okay. So I get a hit in there, and then this is pretty likely to be lethal next turn. Yeah, I like that line. This is why I could never play this deck, chat. This right fucking here. This is just never forget that Magic has less variance than Hearthstone. Never forget. Stupid RNG cards, just fucking bullshit. Burger. I have only ever registered Collected Company at one sanctioned Magic tournament, and that was a great example of why. That was a fantastic example of why. All right, so there's 32 creatures in my deck. There's 32 creatures total, so there are 28 creatures in my deck right now. 28 creatures in my deck, you know, 28 out of 47, just like, I guess there were 3 of these, so we had 25 live hits. And just remember, whenever this is a really important thing. Whenever you get unlucky like that with a collected company, you need to remember the fact that you chose to put collected company in your deck. You could have avoided the variance of having collected company in your deck by playing a deck without collected company. You choose how much variance your deck is going to have in it. You get to make that choice during deck building, how much variance you want attached to your choices. Because I'm dead. Are they dead on board? No, they're going to kill us in 2 attacks. Are they? I think we're dead in 2 attacks, right? They like smack us for 9 here, and then I'm attacking for 4, 9, 14, 19. So they double block and then kill me on the next attack. No, I don't want to shuffle 5 lands back into my deck. Get wastelanded. I choose to avoid variance by only watching Modern and not play it, right? No, the Grishelbrand deck's another deck that's a very high variance deck that I don't want to travel to a tournament to play. Oh, geez, and they just get to leave back Spellcaller, right? I just like don't have any attacks that are lethal, right? Like I just make this a 5/5, I make this a 4/4. We get in 2 hits. Yeah. Yep. Is that game 3? I feel like that was game 3. It was game 3. All right. Yep. All right. We'll see how long the standard league goes this morning. Standard's probably going to be a long one. It's a control deck, so we'll see how that goes. All right, we're 2-1 with elves. Druids are summoning sick. You have to have your druids not be summoning sick to activate them. So this is an infinite combo, but we didn't have any outs there. So Justin has his face on the banner, which means he has more pull on this channel than most people. The three people that have their face on the banner, along with Project Swap, they've got more pull than most people. Why not, John? I'm gonna play Green Black Rock at the Open, and my article this week that'll go up on Friday on GatheringMagic.com is gonna be talking about why I think Green Black Rock is a better choice than Jund and Abzan. I mean, this is definitely the hands we're signing up to keep, right? I guess 3 chords clunky, but like, if we hit a land, we have turn 2 Druid. If we don't hit a land, I get to go. We technically have turn 2 Druid. We could have named Druid here. We have all Druids in our hand. No, Magic Online closed their eyes and chose at random which cards they were going to give the new border to and which weren't. It didn't matter if they could Violent and Queller or not, chat. We didn't have cards the collected company to hit to not have us be dead on board or to kill our opponent. Is the article just the words Tireless Tracker? It definitely is going to include a paragraph about Tireless Tracker. I've got the article like a third done. I'm going to finish it off after I finish writing today. No, I think Pons is very bad against those linear decks. Thank you for having the foresight to not play standard first, knowing I would oversleep. Well, I'm also on early today, Justin, so... Jake, I'm not normally intending to be on this super early all the time, but Jake is sick today, so I needed to stream this morning so Christy can go into work this afternoon. Welcome to Cavern of Souls. Nice mana leak. That's part of it. Like the 2 high points that I'm gonna hit in the article and go into detail about are 1, playing a third color in Modern is less free than people like to imply that it is, and then 2,
straight green black has gotten a lot of good tools printed in the last 1.5 to 2 years, where it just doesn't need 3 colors to solve problems that it previously had. I could play the second Druid, but if my opponent killed my Archdruid, I would lose my first Druid to do so. So I don't think that was worth it. They're dead this turn, right? If they don't have a mana leak. They need a mana leak here. I guess they could have path for this as well. Actually, mana leak doesn't even do it, right? Because I can untap this twice. They need a path. All right, you're dead. Good chat. And so, for those of you that are unfamiliar with this combo, you can't interact with this combo with Path to Exile, because I just do this and start making mana in response. So, I just go infinite in response to this Path to Exile, because I can keep responding to removal by untapping my Devoted Druid again. So, my opponent should have killed this Druid in response to the Path to not die this turn. Now I'm going to have to make infinite mana. Yeah, get the wiggle mixer going. If you're playing Magic Online, green black elves is strictly better for sure. How much mana do I need? I need to activate Ezuri 6 times. Activating Ezuri 6 times is how much mana? It's 30 mana, right? 5 times 6 is 30. So this should be enough. This is literally going to be untapped. We're going to put the Ezuri into play. We're going to pump up the jam, right? That's 66. So that's more than enough, right? Yeah. No, they didn't target the Druid. They targeted the Vizier. Man, this deck is... Man, if you are into mining sodium, this deck is really good at it. Another satisfied customer, right? All right, so this is a control matchup, so I'm going to board out the Chord of Callings and the Vizier. I'm going to board in Nissas and Lead the Stampedes. How do I feel about Elves in the current metagame? I think it is a fine linear deck to play. If you don't mind other linear decks out-linearing you, this deck's a fine choice. That's awesome. That's the best when they start emoting you the GGs and you're just like, all right, untap, kill you. Yep, yeah, the opponent mismanaged their resources and could have survived another turn to play to an out of Terminus for sure. I think I like this. I don't think that's strictly true. I think green black mid-range, which is the deck that I'm going to play at the Open next or later this month. I think Jeskai Control is also a very reasonable interactive deck.
I think there's Death Shadow variants and Mardu Pyromancer that are reasonable decks. The people that complain that Modern is all linear and then they choose to play linear decks, they just don't get it. That's why I play Exodia Mage. You don't need Walking Ballista because this just gives them trample. So like Walking Ballista is just like a card that doesn't synergize with the rest of your deck. Also remember when you're playing a Collected Company deck, every card in your deck that isn't a Collected Company deck comes at a very real cost. This hand's okay. Hand is okay. Not amazing, but fine. I was kind of expecting this not to resolve. Kind of expecting this not to resolve, so I wonder if we're getting swept up under the rug. Yep, telling time 10 out of 10 means miracles. They missed a land drop. Probably boarded out counters. Maybe. I think there's a non-zero chance they have some counter spells in their deck still. All right, so I think I want to just take this opportunity to gas up here a little bit. We just like head off to the Stampede. Well, that's unfortunate. I guess it was still crappy divination, right? Crappy divination, better than a brick. Not playing Glimpse is bad deck building, I agree. No Glimpse seems like an oversight. You play what you think is most broken. So Modern isn't a format where the deck that is most broken is light years better than the other decks in the format. So like, again, like showing up and complaining that Modern is all linear is like playing Goblin Charbelcher and complaining that your opponent drew the Force of Will and beat you, and then like saying, well, Legacy's no skill, it's whoever draws Force of Will wins the game. And like that's just silly. It's just silly. I am going all in on not beating a Terminus next turn. So let's go. Terminus me, baby. Terminus me, baby. Cometh at me, bro. There is a link right there. You click on that link, Dark. That link has pictures and word instructions. So they need to opt into Terminus. Sometimes it's like green affinity, right? This is my Ezuri. My Ezuri is amazing. Hey, oh, let's go. Hey, oh, let's go. All right, Lightspeed League record. 58 minutes, 4 matches in. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday, great middle of your week, hanging out. My name's Jeff Hoagland. If you're new, I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I stream Magic 30+ hours a week. We also stream some Hearthstone. We play a ton of Modern. We play some Legacy. We're going to dip our toe into Standard today. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to do this full-time like I do. Also, check out the sponsors, inkgaming.com. We'd love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn your Magic cards into other Magic cards or cash directly with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anaronix, Justin, Nivik, and you. If you are new, at the very least, please make sure you hit that follow button if you're enjoying the stream. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything. It'll let you know when I go live and with what. When I do go live, if a deck sounds sweet and you can't catch me right while we're live, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. You can check out
all of my stuff there. I archive everything there, and I break them up by deck and by matchup, so you can watch just the stuff that you care about. For instance, if you really like elves in Modern, we've played a few different elf decks. We've played Jund elves, we've played green-black elves, now we've played green-white. So if you search for elves on the YouTube, you'll find a lot of stuff there. I'd love to play first. Grizzly Bear into Archdruid. Not good enough for sure. Seems pretty good. Turn two Druid's like a little slow. Never mind. In. We did play Super Friends again yesterday, Equinox. It's up on the YouTubes now. Made some changes and ran it through. It looks like eggs. If this company hits an Ezuri, we have them dead in 3. Not eggs. Yeah, eggs plays Mox Opal. Weird eggs, maybe? So I'm gonna play this out because it gives us an extra draw. So we get one more shot at a Chord of Calling or an Ezuri. That is neither of those things. We have a kind of quick clock here. They dead. Next turn, this is 18. Let's put them to 18. Then we have 4, 10. All right, yeah, they're dead on board. That being said, if they have Crackle and Ironworks, they could definitely kill us here. Definitely did so to an Ironworks if they've got it. Stirrings is a good start for us. Means they don't have it yet. These are my little green men and women. That is not an Ironworks. If they had Ironworks, they probably would have led on it, right? Lucky is certainly better than good. You are not wrong. We've got Rest in Peace, Stony Silence, Kataki, Eidolon, bro. Eidolon, Tid. We are gonna bring the Elfie beatdowns. Sanctum of Eugene. So they need another Mox Opal here. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. All right, just... all of these creatures are coming to party. Nurture out. What am I cutting? Sentinel, probably? What do we want to trim here? Is it... Archdruid lets me make a lot of mana, I guess, to jump up into Company and Chord. Is it nuts to trim Ezuri? Reclamation Sage is kind of medium. What about this? Am I really trimming Chord of Calling when I have Kataki and Eidolon in my deck? I could see Company being the cut. I could see trimming a Company. I have 30 hits still, though. 30 hits is probably enough. Like, this gives you redundancy towards finding these combo pieces or these hate pieces as well. I'm gonna give this a try. I mean, I'm at 30 hits. 30 is still, statistically speaking, 30 is still a reasonable number of hits.
Sand could be slow, but I'm not going to mulligan Eidolon in the opener. Yep. They could just have a fast start and kill us here for sure. Yeah, yes, when I submitted my deck, I had 30 creatures in it. When I clicked submit, my deck that was the best draw on our deck there, Freddie. In case anyone was counting, that was the best draw on our deck. We could still die next turn, but this was definitely the best draw on our deck. Yeah, I have 30 creatures in my deck right now. We start with 32, 34. We start with 34. So cutting 4 creatures, I still have 30. That, what are they doing? They have like a... What the fuck is that? Alright. Alrighty. Well, now we're just gonna give it to them, right? Where my sideboard card at? Where my sideboard card at? There it is. There it is. Who's a good little sideboard card? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're a good little sideboard card. Yes, you are. Triggers. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all I got. They get to draw some cards here. They get to draw some cards. But they're not in a good spot here. Mox Opal, Mindstone, Darksteel Citadel, they pay for themselves. They don't do a whole lot other than that. Oh, they sacked Mindstone to draw a card. That's great. Man, that was really fair. You're not wrong. Speaking as someone who's played a lot of Katakis and had a lot of Affinity players draw their card for the turn while I have Kataki in play, let me tell you about things that are great. Let me tell you about things that are great. Ooh. Found a piece of candy, chat. Piece of candy. You guys wanna? Nah, I wanna do this next turn, right? Your move, opponent. I'll let all of this happen before I cast this company. Love you. No. Correct. Yeah, not competitive REL. You can and should remind your opponent of how Kataki works. If you're playing an opener or a Grand Prix, let them wrap their board. It's cool. No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I've never been on this side of a Kataki. It's sweet. It really is. All right. Elves. Miriam's build is kind of sweet. This definitely had a little bit more beatdown than I was expecting. The double Devoted Druid into Ezuri came up more than once, which was kind of awesome.
Someone commented that this card is probably suspect, and I think I agree with that thinking that this card is probably suspect. I don't think you want to over sideboard with a deck like this or like over toolbox, but I think like not having a singleton Selfless Spirit in the 75 is probably a little bit loose. Like one card that's like an evasive beater that is okay to draw, that like is also good against like a variety of decks when you have Chord of Calling. So yeah, I think I would like to have a Selfless Spirit if I was going to play this deck, but the rest of the deck seems really reasonable. Again, just like, I'm not a huge personal fan of decks like this for tournament Magic. I think they're fun to play at like small events because like explosive Magic is fun, but like I feel like a lot of the games that I lose with this deck are just because my deck came up short and I didn't really have a lot of wiggle room to like play around things. I either like did my thing and killed my opponent very thoroughly, or I just like didn't really do much and just kind of flooped about and died. That's actually fair, Navier. Yeah, because like we said against the grindy decks, we cut the chords and brought in Stampede and Nissa. So maybe that's pretty reasonable. Maybe that's pretty reasonable. All right, that's gonna wrap Elves.